And we are live. Well,
We are
what a
live.
crazy, crazy night of Champions League football. Holders Chelsea knocked out. Potential title favourite Bayern Munich also knocked out. I think the Chelsea game was an absolute thriller. As a Chelsea fan, very disappointed. But hey, you win some, you lose some. What can you say? And they do have nobody but themselves to blame for throwing away that many chances.
Yeah, I think so. Chelsea, Shane, I was watching the game and I thought they should have won it in normal time only. And then
Yeah,
it was rather unfortunate to see the way they lost. I really thought they would go through. Plus, it would have been like a fairy tale ending. Take a
yeah,
3-0
absolutely.
lead. You take a 3-0 lead. It could have been 4-0 also for that matter if that Marcos
Yeah,
Alonso goal wasn't given touted a handball. So that
yeah. Even
was
Christian
that was
Pulisic
tough
missed
on
two.
that was
Hmm.
tough on you for sure because you are a Chelsea supporter. You tell me how you're feeling, your emotions now
My
doing
God,
the live.
I mean, it was up and down. Okay, so when we were still in office, obviously, when the first goal went in, we're like, okay, great. I came back home, put on the match, Chelsea very dominant, 3-0 up, and you're like, okay, that's it, right? They're not really getting past this, they're not getting beyond this. Out of nowhere, one moment of quality, Luka Modric puts that pass to on a plate for Rodrigo, and then they go, God, extra time. And then, even beyond that, I thought, you know what, Christian Pulisic, when he came on, had two very good chances. If he had converted either of them, we would not be having this conversation right now. We'd probably be asleep in bed because the match would have been over if he had converted.
Yeah.
But if you give Real Madrid an inch, they will take a foot. And then someone like Benzema, yeah, he doesn't need much invitation to score apparently nowadays. So yeah, you take these licks. You can't help it.
Yeah, but it's a heartbreak for you, I'm sure. It's difficult because
Oh,
the game was in the bag. At one point,
it
Chelsea
was
was so dominant that it felt like they're gonna go past them. Plus, I think so it was
very
a
easy.
psychological blow when that Rodrigo
Hmm.
goal came in. I think that
Yeah,
was a
yeah, it was.
huge blow. Also, that pass by Modric was simply phenomenal. I think
Filthy, my
I
God.
like that pass with the way with the outside of his foot, like how he managed to sort of slice it open for Rodrigo and
Oh,
inch perfect pass, and
inch perfect,
Rodrigo couldn't have
absolutely.
asked for a better pass, man. It was pretty unfortunate for a Chelsea fan to watch that team take a 3-0 lead and then unfortunately still go out. But Real
On
Madrid,
extra time.
they did not back away though. You have to say they took their chances whenever it came, and yeah, eventually
That's the difference.
that.
That's the difference between them and us. Is that with Chelsea they didn't take their chances. There were a lot of good chances. Even Havertz missed a very open header in the end of second half. Would have probably taken the game to penalties. A lot of chances, and again, it's just you don't take your chances, you're going to be punished. That's just how elite European football works. You have to take your chances. And arguably, the tie was lost when they lost 3-1 at home. So today would have been a comeback for the ages, but yeah, Real Madrid
No,
fully deserved to
no,
go
no,
through.
no. No, Shane, the tie was not lost. You have to say they really did not believe it themselves. The way they were playing, the way they
That's
scored those
true.
three goals, 3-0 lead. I'm telling you that sort of a mindset when you are playing, you know you are winning, and suddenly out of
Yeah.
the blue, that one goal from the opponent comes in,
Mm.
and you
Out of
know
nowhere.
that you have to go all over again. That is what I
Yeah.
think. So did Chelsea in. Otherwise,
Mm.
I was, I have to say, pleasantly surprised, even though I'm a United fan, but a lot of heart shown by Chelsea. And I quite
They did.
enjoyed as a neutral, what a
Very
wonderful
enjoyable
night of
game. I
football.
agree. Yeah,
What a
this
wonderful
is the
night of
kind of game
football.
you want to watch. Yeah, yeah,
This, and I'm
absolutely.
also talking about how Villarreal have now put Bayern Munich out of the Champions League. Who would have thought? We did not think
I think
so.
this
We
was
we definitely
no.
thought Munich were favorites.
We thought Bayern go through
Bayern.
easy. I mean, there were two ties which we said, are going just one way. We knew for a fact that Liverpool would most likely be beating Benfica, and we said for sure that Bayern will be beating Villarreal. Well, Bayern lost the first leg and they drew the second leg. So that means 2-1 Villarreal are somehow through to the semi-finals, I would say, of the Champions League. My God, what a story and what redemption for Unai Emery. The man who was derided as a bit of a joke in England is now knocking out the mighty Bayern Munich.
Also, it's just how funny it is. Nobody thought they could beat Juventus. They beat them.
I know.
No, nobody gave like we did not give them a chance. We and I think everybody who's a football expert probably
Yeah,
said that 99% Bayern Munich are gonna win it, and from there to see Villarreal take it. Also, the funny thing is they had two shots on target in totality across the two legs, and those were the two goals
yeah,
for them. How
exactly.
they've
That is brilliant.
edged past Bayern. I think Bayern Munich players must be in disbelief. By the way, we have got a few comments. Sankalp
Yeah,
Sahu
let's take
says
some of these.
Sankalp Sahu says Villarreal has become Real Madrid in Champions League this season. Leave the La Liga focus on Champions League.
And that is actually true in a way. They're currently what, seventh or eighth in the league, but my God, the semi-finalists in the
What
Champions League. So
in
wow,
in in the La Liga they've taken what 1 point from last nine available. So imagine
yeah,
that, and then to put Bayern out of the Champions League is a great feat,
madness.
man. I'm
It is
just too impressed.
absolute madness.
I have to say I've been way too excited about football. Okay, but
Hmm.
tonight it felt like what it's all about. Watching those two games
Yeah,
simultaneously, watching Villarreal script history, Champions League. They are now most probably going to Yellow Submarine is going to play the Reds most probably in
yeah,
the semifinals. But then Chelsea and Real Madrid game also breathtaking stuff, man. Like
absolutely,
you,
absolutely. Like if I have to perceive it
so
as a
much fun.
neutral, if I have to consider it as a neutral, that is the kind of knockout game you want to see in the Champions League. Lots of goals,
Abs-
lots of quality on display. Very, very close game. Very, very close game. So, yeah, final margins, Real Madrid did well. You have to give them that credit. They took their chances when they were over. But yeah, what a game indeed, I think I would say. As a neutral, as a Chelsea fan, very disappointed. Oh my God.
I can feel that energy, that disappointing energy. Like I'm way too excited. I'm still pumped up
Yeah.
after watching two fantastic games. Like
Hmm.
in terms of what you expected from both of them, you got it. You got it. You wanted an
You are
upset. The
absolutely probably
underdogs,
more than what you
the
expected.
underdogs beating the one of the top clubs in Europe. That happened. From there, then Chelsea, Real Madrid. Nobody thought Chelsea would get there, but at one point they
They
were
very
losing.
nearly
They
did.
were going through. It was
By
just
the
so
way,
good to watch, man. And
yeah, by the
and
way,
it
what about our Bayern supporting colleague who was saying Villarreal have no chance of,
we we will ask Anush tomorrow in office when he gets there. How does he feel? Because I'm sure
Oh
he's
my
also
God.
very disappointed.
Very,
Probably in
very
shock.
disappointed.
Probably in shock.
Yeah, but
Like
it's
who would have
Villarreal.
thought Villarreal, the
Like, yeah,
Yellow
Villarreal,
Submarine,
the Yellow
a
Submarines and
club.
Unai Emery's men.
In terms of history, I'm not sure whether how many of you know this, but in terms of history, Bayern Munich, a legendary club over the years. You know what they have done in the past. They think about their past laurels. Villarreal, on the other
Hmm.
hand, are a club that was just formed in 1925 or 1923, something somewhere around that period. And after that, they only made it to the top division in 1998. From there
Yeah,
to reaching Champions League semis, it's
very, very impressive.
unbelievable. And they
Yeah,
won the
very,
Europa
very
League
impressive.
already, and they defeated us, Manchester
Oh,
United,
yeah.
in that game. Unfortunately, there are more comments coming in. Sankalp Sahu also says Chelsea, and then he has put two heartbreak emojis for you,
I feel that
saying
pain, Nafis. I feel that pain. He's also laughing
Sanket
at Anuj
Joshi.
Rawat.
Sanket Joshi is also saying that's true. As a United fan, I'll stop watching weekend matches from now on and just watch UCL matches.
Oh my
It's
God.
see see the
Well,
funny thing
stand up
is
United.
UCL. Oh, there are only five UCL matches left. No, not five. Uh, two matches tomorrow, then four,
Yeah.
right? Six and one
So
final,
six and
seven
one
matches.
finals, seven matches,
So seven matches left, and if I'm not wrong, these semis are happening simultaneously, right?
yeah, I
First
believe
leg.
so. Yeah.
So it'll be a lot of fun, man. I
So
I'm
Sangam
looking
Sahu is
forward to
also
it.
saying
What is he saying?
he's saying I think all set for Man City versus Liverpool's final two best teams in Europe. You know what? It actually looks very likely at this point. Very, very
I,
likely.
I said it. I predicted it. I said I feel that's gonna be the final.
Uh, oh, we have a super chat. Very interesting. Wow.
Oh,
So it's Eunice1 who's asking thoughts on Ten Hag to Man United. Okay. So as someone who has some idea of Ten Hag, I will say it's a very good managerial appointment, but he will not be able to do anything as long as United are run the way they are currently. I mean, you could bring God in there, and they would probably not be able to run the club as well if you have still have the Glazers and the current system.
thank,
They need to change the board, kind of the way they function. That would be my two
thank you.
cents on that.
Thank you, Shane, for touching upon all the topics that we had discussed briefly. We had touched upon all these topics
Hmm.
briefly during our chat earlier when we were doing the preview. United have got a
Yeah.
big problem, irrespective of who they get. I think the players have also sort of stopped putting in that kind of effort that you expect from a top club. You see them so for somebody. I know Ralph Rangnick hasn't really done much at Manchester United, but when the manager is saying that the way that the players are playing, they don't deserve to be in Champions League. So you can imagine he's also very unhappy. And I have to say that I am also very unhappy with not just the players, but the manager too.
Hmm.
But players also have to put in a lot more effort. You thought when a new manager comes in, you would get a great reaction, right? That is what used to
Hmm.
happen at every club. That is what we have seen over the years.
Uh,
But at Man United, no, it did not happen. Rangnick came
hmm.
on. We were playing few teams that we should have beaten them anyway. But now we have started losing to teams that we should be beating day in, day out. And
Exactly.
it is very unfortunate for fans like me because every time I watch United, I'm half the time cursing, as a lot of my friends would say, because I do curse a
Yeah.
lot offline, not online. But
Not
and
online.
during a football game when my team is losing, it's just gets out there. And Shane knows the feeling because I've seen him do the same when his team is
Oh
losing.
my God, yes. The office place becomes a very, like, we use some very not suitable for work language in
Huh.
the workplace. So, that becomes an issue. So obviously, we're getting quite a few, comments even more. So
Yeah,
Shahpal
but
saying
मैं
Bayern Munich kya yaar? I said, yeah, I get that. But full credit to Villarreal for how well they did. I mean, they deserve that win. They worked very hard. And Bayern are no mugs. So
shoring
stands up to
shoring
Rahul again.
defense.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So again, more
what
comments. 4518 says, I admire your hard work. IPL, UCL, great. You will reach heights soon. Thank you so much.
Thank
That is
you.
pretty much the goal. Yeah.
See, who, what is the name of the guy? I just check it. 4518.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 4518. 18, is that from Virat Kohli? Could be, or could
Route
be not.
45 Peter.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Maybe
The only
somebody
person I
else.
know who wears 45 is Mario Balotelli. So I don't think so.
uh, uh, could be. You never know. Some people
Mm-hmm.
appreciated Balotelli's. I have
Maverick
to say,
Madness. Yeah.
no, no, not just madness. I was saying that Balotelli was a character, boss. like, like you remember the
Oh,
time
oh.
he had the jersey. Rohit Sharma and
Yeah.
Virat Kohli.
We should have guessed that. My God, we're in football mode right now. We just couldn't figure out Rohit. And this is one rare guy. He's neither a Rohitian nor a Viratian. Interesting. He's a
We need
Bothian.
more people like this. We need more people like this.
Exactly.
We are like that.
Exactly.
We are like that.
Yeah.
I think so. There were other guys also saying the same thing that we guys are hardworking, but we have to
Well,
say
thank
that
you
we
so
are
much.
fans first. We are fans first.
Ah.
We watch the game. See, we can't be experts. There are people out there who are so much better than us in reading the game, but we talk like fans because we love the game. We enjoy it,
Exactly.
and sometimes we are disappointed when our teams lose. Sometimes we are ecstatic when our teams
Very
win.
ecstatic when they win. Yeah.
So we just like talking about it, and we are here with you to talk about it. So that's why we're loving the comments that you guys are putting out. Neenat Sawant says it's a football discussion we were having, but now that the conversation has somehow just shifted to Virat Kohli and Rohit
Somehow,
Sharma as
so,
well,
yes, as always.
as always,
So,
because Neenat Sawant
comments
says
on
that
that
he's also a
Modric assist.
Bothian.
Ask Sankit
One word of
Joshi. Comments on that Modric assist. Filthy. My God. I cannot believe someone would so effortlessly pull off a pass like that at a time when the game appeared lost. So, I was speechless.
that was. I don't know. I don't even have a word for it. I wanted to say out of the world, but I have to hyphenate it out, hyphen of the world. Yeah, that is
Aviral Pandey also
how
has
good
an
it was.
interesting question. Yeah. He says Pulisic four misses at last cost Chelsea. I have to agree with you. I was so annoyed watching him. It's like, oh my god, you have simple chances right inside the box, just hit the target. No keeper in the world is saving it. He's blazing over, and I'm like, oh my god. This is the guy, by the way, who ESPN have dubbed the LeBron James of soccer. That was a hilarious this thing. I don't know if you ever come across it. If you haven't, highly
US,
recommend you check it out.
US.
LeBron James
You
of
have to
soccer.
understand.
Like I like the
LeBron
guy, but
James.
come on.
I think so. You can't call anybody LeBron James of soccer because I'm sure, like, I get it, the NBA reference and all that, but
Hmm.
not so good. Not so good a reference. But
Exactly.
I'm saying Pulisic before he had that injury was actually really good. Like,
Which
if I'm not
injury are you
wrong,
referring to? He has at least five every season. And I'm saying this is a Chelsea fan.
yeah, clearly you are pissed at Pulisic. I can sense the anger towards him because he did not win you
Hmm.
that game. He should have. He had quite a
He
few
shouldn't.
chances. And yeah, it was unfortunate. I think so. A lot of players played well. Antonio Rudiger was everywhere.
Like
That
a
guy
lion,
was
my God.
that guy. Probably somebody pointed out in commentary also that maybe he was auditioning for
For Real, yeah,
Real
because
Madrid.
he's a free agent at the end of the season. Yeah, correct. And he has been linked to Real, so
Yes, Rajneesh Jha is saying Chelsea should sign Vardy next season.
he
What?
won't leave Leicester for one. And I think, yeah, I don't think the problem is like playing with a striker like that. New. But I'm a big fan of Jamie Vardy, by the way. Always loved him. And
As a
plus,
United
he's
fan,
a bit
I'm not.
troll.
a- As a United fan, I'm not because he has scored. You remember that 4-2 victory against us, where we were
Yes,
leading at
yes.
one point, and then Leicester just came back out of the blue. Like they scored goals, beat the crap out of us,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
yeah.
But, but yeah, if you're watching as a neutral, Vardy is a character that you ought to love. That
Yeah,
guy hit
absolutely.
his. That guy
Absolutely.
hit his peak when everybody had written him off.
Hmm.
And his
And
career
he's an
graph
absolute
also is,
character.
yeah,
He's an
his
absolute
career
character.
graph is also insane.
Then plus even now, okay, so I remember there was one time he scored a goal against Crystal Palace and he celebrated like this
Yeah,
in
yeah,
front of
I
the Palace
remember.
fans.
The wings and I
In
remember that
front of the Palace
celebration.
fans, and I'm like, my God, this guy is really good.
It's amazing. I like it's insane that he reminded me of it. And once this chat is over, I'm gonna go on YouTube and watch it
I
again
find that, aren't
for
you?
sure. No, I've seen
Uh,
it. I've seen it twice or thrice. But because you reminded me
it's
of
very
it,
funny. It is
because he kept
hilarious. It's very
like that,
funny.
he did the eagle dance, and it was so funny, man. Hilarious. But yeah, there are more comments, by the way. Aviral Pandey, yeah, as you pointed out, Pulisic four misses at last cost Chelsea. Sanket
Hmm.
Joshi says brilliant substitutions by Don Carlo. Mr.
I
Ancelotti,
agree, actually.
uh, Camavinga recovered the ball for the second goal and Rodrigo scored the first.
Correct.
Who-
Actually, very
To-
well pointed out.
Tony Cruz wasn't happy though. Sanket, you watched the game closely. You are reading it
uh,
nicely, my friend.
very
Tony,
well, very
Tony,
well, actually.
Tony Cruz
And
was
he
so
was not
unhappy,
happy.
man.
Right? Very
He was like,
even
"Why
for that
me?"
matter.
He
Huh?
he was like, "Why me?" And the answer was that Tony Cruz was not there, and Modric was there to put that pass for Rodrigo on a plate.
Correct.
That
See, also you
pass
have to
was
remember
for
one thing. Yeah. So the thing with a player like Cruz is that at a time when you're running out of like the longer the game goes, he's not the quickest. You needed legs on the field.
yeah.
Modric was still running around like crazy. So what do you do? The natural thing to do would be to hook Cruz and bring on Kamavinga, who will give you legs. So that was a very good substitution by Ancelotti.
Ancelotti was against his former club. Even
Remember, he's a five-time European champion,
five time, three time.
three-time as a manager, two-time as a player. So he's a five-time
Uh,
European champion.
Also Ancelotti from Everton to Real Madrid again, and now
I
in the
think that has to
semis,
be. Oh
gonna
my
win the
God.
La Liga. He must be like,
Might just win the
this is
Champions
the.
League.
I'm saying he must be like, this is what old age should be like. He
Cruising
can
the
he can
title because why not?
I'm sure he's gonna stay put for the next season as well, irrespective of what happens
Ah,
now, because
for
they're
sure.
winning the league. They're winning the league for sure. And let's see what happens to Champions League, because I really think that Madrid won't get past City.
No, if they come up against City, no. And you also have to remember, this is a Real Madrid side that has very much been built on austerity. A lot of their best players are reaching their end of their careers. They haven't really replaced a lot of them,
We
and
saw
they're still
Marcelo
able to
there.
win like this. Yeah, yeah. I feel like Marcelo's been on forever, and
So yeah,
he's still
Marcelo's
going.
gone on forever, and he was the peace broker today. Every time a fight
Mm.
was about to break out, he kept pushing his players away, telling the Chelsea players to calm down. So that kept happening.
Havertz was the biggest aggressor in that regard. He was
Oh yeah,
consistently
yeah,
looking to pick a fight with someone. And it's very weird because otherwise he's such a mild-mannered fellow. Okay, I think he really wanted to get stuck in. I'm like, okay, dude,
yeah.
focus on scoring a goal.
Havertz, I have never seen lose temper, by the way, and this was a
That's
first for
what.
me.
That's
And by
what
the
I
way,
was very
you
sure.
remember another great, big moment in that game was when Courtois, took that ball away from him in the fashion that he did. When
Yeah.
Havertz was running towards, like steaming towards him, that was also a
Yes, yes,
great
yes.
moment to see. And you did not realize it till they showed it in slow-mo. Was like
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
the skill involved was just a beauty. Like it was like a
And again,
dance.
I've seen Courtois do this even at Chelsea. One point, he actually did get caught out, where he ended up trying to do this, and then like someone tackled, and he almost ended up going back inside. So he somehow
By
has
the
a
way,
lot of calm.
yeah, I just saw
Yeah,
Sanket Joshi has said the same thing, and that skill by Courtois, he wrote calmer than Dhoni.
absolutely, absolutely. I mean, that dude was just coolness personified at that point. So yeah.
Oh,
Also, Avinath
everyone is
Pandey
saying,
says,
yeah,
huge
go for it.
Liverpool fan rooting for a 3-0 win at Anfield. 7 European Cups is coming. You know what? I would not actually put it past them. I mean, this Liverpool side are very, very good, and Luis Diaz has added a new dimension to their attack somehow. I mean, I thought they had one of the more rounded attacks, and they're somehow even better now. So, yes, I wouldn't actually put it past you guys. Sankalp Sahu says
See,
Mendy's blunder cost Chelsea the game. This game, I mean, no, last game, sure, yeah.
the funny thing is, if it's gonna be Liverpool versus City in the final, as I predicted earlier, as I said, I don't think so. I'm gonna be really happy whoever wins at the end of the night. Because both,
As a
like
United fan,
it's like a double edged sword, as you'd call it. Irrespective
yeah.
of who wins, as a United fan, I'll be disappointed. But yeah, can't help it. Both teams are playing such great, like they're playing at such a high level of football that United, when I look at them, I'm like, what are they playing? What are we playing?
Hmm.
It's really bad. You can
Yeah,
still be fine. Chelsea are still much better than us right now. Much
sure,
better.
but I
They should
mean,
have won.
I was,
They should have won tonight.
I was
They should
hoping.
have won
Hmm.
tonight.
I agree, but anyway, as is always said, this is sport. You do win some, you lose some, you take the losses. It just happens. You can't help
Anyway, if you guys are joining, anybody is joining us, we should let you know that other than the Chelsea Real Madrid game, Villarreal caused the biggest upset
it.
of this
Quite
round
the upset.
by
Quite the upset.
defeating a certain team. You know, the German champions, they win almost everything in Germany, Bayern Munich. I still can't believe they knocked out Bayern Munich, but that's the beauty of football, and that is why we love watching this game, man. Is
Absolutely,
very
absolutely.
happy for them. Even though we today also said that Bayern Munich are heavy favorites, because Salzburg,
Yeah.
when they came last time around to the Allianz Arena, they were
7 goals.
level. They were level at 1-1, but Bayern Munich scored 7 goals in that second leg.
Yeah.
Tonight, it did not happen. So that is how it's going to be. It's gonna be great night tomorrow also. Tomorrow we're gonna do
Oh
the
yeah.
preview for the other two games, because I know Liverpool are gonna win against Benfica, and I hardly have any doubts about it. I have to say,
But
if they
City
lose it,
Atletico.
then I don't know what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm coming to. But that second game, Manchester City versus Atletico Madrid. I've been saying City versus Liverpool, but for that to happen, City first have to defeat Atletico Madrid. And they are playing at the Wanda Metropolitano, right? So
Yes.
it's going to be good. It's going to be interesting because 1-0 is not a lot and it can
It's
change
not.
in
It's
an
not.
instant. And today, Chelsea showed that even a 3-1 lead can be changed in an
It's
instant.
not. It's not enough. So 1-0 is really nothing for City. So I think Atletico would definitely back themselves if they can get an early goal, get an early couple of goals, and then set up their defense. I
Uh,
totally back them to just shut the
True.
game out. I absolutely trust that they would.
Sankalp Sahu
That
says,
should be too.
Siddhant sir, Sankalp Sahu sir is asking me,
Hmm.
Siddhant sir, didn't you watch Liverpool versus City on Sunday, which was the best game of the season for me? Would you say so?
It was
Shane,
a very good game.
we were, you know how we were watching it on TV. We were watching the
IPL
football,
one side.
and we were watching
Yeah.
cricket on another computer system, and how
Oh
we were
God.
managing both those things. But the
Yeah,
funny
knowing
thing
full
is,
well you're having to cover both.
Pankaj, we did watch that game. We discussed it at the end as well. If you had seen our video right after that, but for me, yeah, I think so. It was a great game, but game of the season. I'm not too sure. I am sure there must be some other games that were really good as
Game of
well.
season,
So
actually, if you're looking at a neutral fan, Real versus Chelsea is a good shout. I mean,
no, no,
these, especially over two legs.
he's talking about the Premier League, if I'm not wrong. So
Hmm.
Aviral
He's
Pandey,
there.
as a Liverpool fan, says the quadruple is coming, boss. Sanket Joshi is saying
Hmm.
Lewandowski to go from Bayern for sure. That is a possibility. It could happen.
Yeah, he's been
Uh,
linked to Barcelona of all clubs. So,
Oh man, no man. Come on. As as a United fan, please don't go to Barcelona, please. Uh Aviral Pandey says, imagine Arsenal let go Emery for Arteta. Well, let's not jump the gun because Mikel Arteta has still managed to get something out of this Arsenal squad.
hmm.
Even though I have to say, if you look at every other club, the top clubs, there are huge names in there. Arsenal, who have
Yeah,
they got?
they're
Arsenal
mostly
have got a
building
very
around their
young side.
kids.
So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Most of them are very young, and you never know. Like there are other managers who started off with a young team, did not win anything for some time, even though
Hmm.
Arsenal won Arsenal won a cup last season. So it's different. I think Arteta might still stay, but you never know if they don't
And
get
it's also
into that.
ignoring the fact that, Emery at Arsenal was pretty much a disaster. I mean, let's not take away from the fact sometimes, club and managers just don't work out. And this seemed like one of those
Yeah.
situations to me where, it was just not a match made in heaven by any stretch of the imagination. And that's not to say Emery's a bad coach, but, I don't think it worked out for him at Arsenal and it makes sense that they let him go. He's doing a great job at Villarreal now, thanks to that.
That is true. Also, yeah, I think so. He's successful in the La Liga more than the Premier League. We can see that. We saw that with
Yeah,
Sevilla. We are seeing that with Valencia. So clearly, his
absolutely.
tactics are working
Very
in
well
the
in
Spanish
Spain.
league. Yeah. Uh, Sanket Joshi is
Okay,
saying,
last
at what
question.
time
I
are
think
you
we should
guys?
wind up.
Sanket Joshi is asking, at what time are you guys going to do a preview for City versus Atletico? Maybe around
Mm.
5:30 ish
Yeah, tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Like, I mean, actually, you can't even say tomorrow. Technically, today. So,
Because no, for me, I usually always say tomorrow when I haven't slept. So I'm yeah, I'm gonna do it
same,
later.
same.
Uh
But yeah, we'll be 5 o'clock types in the evening. You'll catch us. We'll be live and same from the studio,
yeah,
not from our home. So
yeah,
you'll
yeah,
see
yeah.
that.
By the way, I'm not sure whether you guys can see this, but can you see that frame behind my? Okay, clearly
Yeah,
my
yeah,
sense of direction has gone haywire. But this one right here, uh,
yeah.
that's Sir Alex Ferguson.
Oh, very nice. And
It
as you can
was
see, my
it
wall is literally painted blue. So
blue. Yeah. So I'm saying that was a gift from a friend during
hmm.
college days because I was such a
Oh,
huge Manchester United fan. Yeah, a certain friend gave it to me and I never took it off my wall.
nice. Very impressive.
My
Pretty
parents
cool.
sometimes say you don't have a photo of us in your room, but you have a photo of Sir Alex.
Oh, man.
So
Football is love.
so so that's that. Bob Money. I was gonna say Bob Money, but Bob Money says Thomas Tuchel. What was he thinking, removing Timo Werner out of the game? Your thoughts, Shane?
So I think it was a case of hooking one of the forwards, and I think unfortunately, yeah, Timo got it. Maybe he could have taken off, I don't know, Mount, but I think
I don't
even
think
Mount had
so.
scored a goal. Yeah, that's the
I,
thing. It was a case of whoever he picked would have been unpopular. So yeah.
I think actually, if he had to pick one, it had to be Werner because Mount for me plays throughout because
There's a very
he's
different
that kind
game.
of a
Yes,
player. Yeah, I think he's far more
absolutely.
consistent than somebody like a Timo Werner. And
True,
Mount has
true.
his own set of stylish play, which I really enjoy. Even though I'm a United fan, I'm
Mm.
a huge fan of Mason Mount. I have talked about him
Yeah.
in the past as well. Uh,
Yeah.
so that's there. I guess Avinal Pandey, I'll finish with you. Your
With
comment
your
says,
question.
yeah, no question. It's just a statement. He says Emery
Oh,
bringing his black magic from Europa League to Champions League.
finally, I think people had pegged him very unfairly as like this Europa League specialist, but now he's proving that he can actually function very well in the Champions League too. So very happy for the guy.
Also,
He's doing
also the
very
fact
well
is
now.
they probably won't qualify for the Champions League if they don't win it. So
That is also true. So my God, Villarreal winning it would
yeah,
be like an underdog story for the ages. But we'll see if that happens because there's still two more quarterfinals to look forward to. In well, it's tomorrow or today, depending on how you want to see time. But yeah,
right.
I think we're definitely going to be excited for that one as well. So again, big thank you for all you guys for actually joining us at what is 3:30 a.m. in the morning. We really appreciate it because we would have been, as we say, we're West sports fans, so we'd have been following this anyway, been reading along, doing all that. So it's very nice to have all of the family members here with us.
Thank you.
I feel
Yeah,
like we're, guys,
I'm
you
very
carry on.
happy to see so many people watching us even now at this hour. There were 15, 16. Even though it's not a lot, but we
We
we are
value
fans.
all of you
We are
guys.
fans, but
Yeah.
we value that you joined us, gave us company, and enjoyed the sport like we did. Even though
Yeah.
Shane would say that his team lost. uh,
Whatever. कोई बात नहीं. It happens.
but
You
that's
can't help
okay.
it.
Such is football. Thank you so much,
Such
guys,
is
for
sports,
joining
man.
us. And tomorrow we'll be back with more football for you. See you then.
Ah, bye bye. Good night, guys.